G'day and welcome to the weekly video blog. This is Adam McDougall, I'm Tomo. This week we're talking Doogie's favourites, one of the great segments here on the Man Shake. Carbohydrates, demonised, massively demonised. But I know in all the meal plans I've ever seen you design for Man Shake users, Man Challenge users, they've all involved carbohydrates. Why are they so important?
Yeah, look, and working with our great team of nutritionists and dietitians, they've proven time and time again with their research and studies and practical application that carbohydrates are so important for us. How many people do you know that don't eat carbohydrates, fall off the wagon, end up putting on a heap of weight and are bloody cranky all the time and hungry and tired?
Yeah, I'm definitely hangry, I like to call it.
So you need to eat carbohydrates. That's why we are where we are today. We can use our hands, we can use computers, we have TVs. Why? Because our brains have grown in the last million years.
Some of us.
As a result of, our brains have grown as a result of carbohydrates. They've proven it. So the reason why we've evolved is because our brains have grown as a result of eating carbohydrates. It's the main energy source for our brains is glucose. We need carbohydrates. 150 grams roughly a day is great for most people. And the most important thing as well is if you're doing some type of explosive type of exercise, if you're an athlete out there, just remember that fats aren't going to give you that explosive power. ATP, which is the main energy source for explosive movement of your muscles, comes from carbohydrates. So you got all these blokes saying that they're not eating carbs as athletes. Well, you're an idiot because carbohydrates are important.
You've been told. All right, let's go through your favourites. We'll start at the front here. Rice, which is interesting, and white rice. Like everyone goes through the brown rice kind of salads. We've got like a basmati, it looks like here.
Yeah, basmati, it's got a really low, what we call a GI, which means it absorbs slowly by the body. And the great thing about, basmati rice is it's convenient, it's easy, it's cheap, and it's simple. Goes good
with the curry.
And the Japanese, if you want to look at statistics about, people demonising food, the Japanese have the lowest rate of obesity in the world, around 2%. We now know 3 out of 4 Aussies are overweight. So we can take a leaf out of their book. They've got an 8 times lower risk of cardiovascular disease, 7 times lower risk of prostate cancer. So they must be doing something right by eating white rice.
Oats, great for brekkie.
Yep. Well, once again, they're a convenient food, and most importantly, they're full of fibre and they're slowly released by the body. And they've been proven to reduce your bad cholesterol. And, for me, they're just so simple and so quick to have on the run. That's why I like them. And cheap. They're 20, 30 cents a serve.
Sweet potato. The word potato, people get a little bit of how you're going about, but the sweet potato, plenty of benefits.
Well, potatoes are great. Sweet potatoes in particular are my favourite because they're convenient, they're simple to use, they're full of fibre and, antioxidants, and they're really, really simple. You can really add them to some greens, mash them up, make a really nice cauliflower sweet potato mash. And that, once again, easy to have on.
Jamie Oliver.
They're pretty simple, and I'm not, that great.
And finally, beans. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Yeah, well, baked beans are good for your heart, and they make you fart. And, the great thing about baked beans is the fact that they're full of fibre, once again, and they're really great for gut health as well. And we've spoken about the importance of having a healthy gut, and we all know now that 90% of your serotonin, which is the chemical responsible for making you happy, comes from your gut. And if your gut's not healthy, you're going to put on more weight, you're going to be sick, and beans certainly are one food that can help boost your gut health. One
thing I didn't see I want to spring on you is fruit. Obviously it's carbohydrate. Carbohydrates in it. What about fruit? Where does that sit in the daily meal plan as far as carbohydrates?
Well, that explains a lot now. You've been walking around that banana in your pants. So
I have. Down the beach, down Merriweather Beach. Yeah.
So look, a lot of people demonise, once again, not just carbohydrates, but fruit in particular. And fruit has always been a part of our diet. And, it's about being moderate in the intake of fruit. It's not about having 5 or 6 pieces a day, but making sure you're getting a couple of pieces of fruit in your diet a day, and try to stick to fruits that are really in season. And apples are great. They have so many benefits. They're full of fibre. Once again, the skin is full of pectin, which is another thing that really helps our health. Bananas, we all know they're full of potassium. They're full of so much goodness. So, and they're cheap, they're affordable, and they're tasty, and they should not be demonised. They're an important part of our diet.
The old veggie rule: 5 serves of veggie, 2 serves of fruit.
Exactly. And that should be the minimum as far as vegetables go 5, but fruit, if you stick around the 2, it's a good tip for people.
Well, there you have it. Doogie's favourite carbs. Carb load up. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time.